Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the online humanities course, Faith, Living, and Learning. I'm eager to begin this journey with you and eager to get to know you all better. I see this class has a robust population, so I am anticipating some robust conversations. I'm at home. I'm in my home office. This is the environment that I work in when I'm online with students. You can see some things behind me that are important to me, like my whale collection. But usually you'll see these videos from time to time, and this is pretty much what I look like. So here goes. First, hi, my name is Arthur Kelly. You may call me Arthur. We're colleagues in learning together, and I'm your flight attendant for this course titled Faith, Learning, and Living, or Faith, Living, and Learning. It gets messed up all the time. I am eagerly looking forward to being with you for these 5 weeks, and I'm hoping and praying that you are as well. In a famous movie starring Bette Davis called All About Eve, she says, "Fasten your seatbelts, it's going to be a bumpy night." Well, if you want to see that classic moment, just key those words into Google and you'll find it. I've also given you the YouTube link on the print version of this, which I will also post on Moodle. This course may not always be a bumpy ride or a bumpy night, but it might make you uncomfortable from time to time. I guess I hope it does. It's always a challenge to me, but in the end, I think it's a really good one. You've already received your syllabus for the course, and I hope you've read it from cover to cover. Since you've probably gone straight to the assignments for Workshop 1 and started working, or regretting perhaps that you've signed on for this course, I want to call your attention to a couple of things really quick and upfront. First, this course in the syllabus and online calls for 2 or 3 synchronous sessions, those face-to-face sessions. As I've already indicated, posted in the announcements section for the course, those are not going to happen. There are far too many of you to manage, and it would take 2 to 3 nights to have anything like a meaningful conversation with everybody in the room. So I'm just dropping those and will replace the first session, at any rate, with an activity that you can do online. And then we'll make it possible for everyone to kind of have a better viewpoint on what that assignment is all about. I'll say more about that and put additional information on Moodle at the end of this talking head presentation. The other thing I want to call your attention to is the purpose statement of this course. It's in a syllabus, and I know people don't always pay attention to those things, or skip over them, but I think if you spend some time looking at the purpose statement for this course, it will help you really grasp what this is all about. That purpose statement says that this course is designed to help you think intentionally, to reflect intentionally about your beliefs, and is based on 3 assumptions. First, what you believe matters more than anything else. Your credo, your worldview, your set of assumptions, consciously and unconsciously govern your life. And most of us live our lives without a sense of what that is and how that relationship works. Second, that a lived out relationship between beliefs and life is essential, or it's not really a credo. It's something else. It's something we like to say but don't really mean. Third, the means by which this is accomplished is by intentional reflection. You'll be asked to do a lot of reflection on your life, on your beliefs, on influences in your life with your beliefs. I really encourage you to take the time to read these sections out of your syllabus: the college mission and course perspective, the course outcomes, the introductory notes to the learner. These 3 sections will help you to understand why Humanities 310 is a key means that the college uses to make its mission real. It is offered to help you integrate those three major life concerns: what I believe, my faith, how I live my life, and what the impact of learning is on all of this. The course has a lot of content, but the content of the course is not as important as how you interact with that content in the context of your own sense of self, your own life journey. In an important sense, you are the content of the course. Therefore, it provides an opportunity for you to think seriously, to reflect seriously and personally about key questions essential to meaningful living. In our first workshop, we will approach this important work through three lenses. The lens of a few chapters from a very important little book titled Let Your Life Speak. There's a reflection paper for you to complete about that book, and it's likely that it will come up again in our discussions over the life of this course. In fact, this is a book you may not want to get rid of because it will show up again in another course called Religion 320. In this class, we read the first few chapters, and in that class, we read the last couple of chapters. So I encourage you to give yourself to this book. It's a powerful book. It has been very meaningful in my life, and many of the students who graduate from Warner Pacific talk about this book as a life-changing agent for them. Another lens we use in this course are three films. The first film, which you should watch as soon as you can because it's the basis of our first week's discussion, is titled Becket. And it is about real folks, really real historical people. Thomas Becket, who becomes Archbishop of Canterbury, the head of the church in England, who lived in England during the reign of Henry II, who's the other major character in this story. Henry is one of England's greatest monarchs and one of their most difficult monarchs. If you need it, there's a summary on Moodle that will help you understand the dynamics of the politics at this time, and in this place, you'll find it under the supplemental resources. The way these two men engage and what they engage about is crucial to what this course is about. The second film is about a man named Oscar Romero. He's also a real historical person who lived in the country of El Salvador during the 20th century. I guess I should include a spoiler alert. Both of these men end up dead, and both of them end up as saints of the church. Romero in the 20th century finds himself grappling with some of the same issues that Becket finds himself grappling with in his time, hundreds of years before. The final film is based about a character who is a hobbit, and his name is Frodo Baggins. Yeah, as you know, he's not real. At least we don't think he's real. He's a fictional character who lives in the world of dwarves and elves and wizards and orcs and goblins and flying monsters. And each of these films is an interpretation of persons who live at the intersection of faith, life, and learning. The intersections are many, but the one where faith and life and the demands of conscience connect is the most important. An important notice. Well, at any rate, I hope that understands those are three texts for the course. So you will need to watch them in order to engage in the conversation and discussion that goes on. An important notice. Because this course builds from one assignment to the next, I'm highly reluctant to accept late work. I will return work submitted on time, no later than before the following workshop. It may be returned earlier than that, but not later. It must be submitted no later than the beginning of each class, each workshop. I expect you to come to work with class completed, so to speak. Come to class with work completed. For this class to work, for this course to work, it's essential that you're prepared. Of course, I understand that life can be very complicated for ADP students. I get that, and I'm not as hard-nosed as this may sound, but I really expect you to be responsible about keeping me informed and letting me know if you're going to be late for some reason when life happens and messes up our planned out perfect lives. I do want to take a minute before signing off to talk to you about the replacement for this first synchronous project. As I said, the subject of this course is you. The whole purpose of this course really is to give you the opportunity to think about, to reflect on who you are and where you might be going. So we need a kind of a baseline. That's the ontology. That's what this first project was all about, a kind of ontology project. Ontology is a study of being. It's the branch of philosophy that asks the who am I question. Therefore, as you think about this assignment, I want you to post something before our discussions begin that you think provides a window into your soul. Something that will help us all to see you more clearly and perhaps know you even better. It can be anything, something original with you or not, but it must be something that you think gives all of us a peek inside you, into your character, and perhaps your faith. So it might be poetry, something you've written, or something somebody else has written that's very meaningful and powerful to you. It might be music, something you've written, or something you can't get away from because it's such a powerful song. Art or video or whatever, sculpture, really there's no end to what you might do, but it needs to be able to be posted. And that will be posted on the collaboration and reflection forum, which I will set up for that purpose. I want everybody to do this and everybody to look in and even to comment on what people have posted. This can be a really beautiful way to begin the course, and I hope you will all do that. Look for a PowerPoint presentation titled Ontology 1 in week 1 on Moodle. This will help you to understand me even more and might provide a model of such a project for you. I've done this for you. It's a narrated PowerPoint presentation, which will give you some further insight into me and, as I said, maybe suggest a way that you might do this. If you have any questions, the best way to reach me is via my Warner Pacific email account, which is also the primary way I will communicate with you. If there's something more pressing and more urgent about it, my phone number is 503-318-8405 and is posted on Moodle. Feel free to text me at that number. I'm not good about taking telephone calls, as my wife will tell you, but be sure to identify who you are. I'm so-and-so from Online HUM 310, so that I have a context for my response. Finally, you will find that I'm a very engaged teacher. I will not be absent from our discussions and will turn your papers around, as I said earlier, quickly. I honor your work, and you deserve a response. Many students find this to be a very powerful and challenging course, but also a very hopeful course. I hope you do as well. I'm really looking forward to our time together. Blessings on the journey. We'll be in touch very soon. Goodbye.